Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1. All right, kids, we are recording. This is Highway 168, I believe, going to the ancient bristlecone forest. And I gotta set up my microphone. Hopefully it's not too annoying, not too close to my face, not too close to my helmet, not in the wind. And yeah, we gotta get going. On the windshield I have a time warp camera. Red Lady and I took this road last year to get up to the bristlecone forest, which is way up on top of the mountains over there. And it was quite a fun little ride. We drove in the TC, I think it was, or the Land Rover. I don't remember. Maybe it was in a RAV4. But we got to roll. It's getting kind of late. It's already 5 o'clock, and I'm 200 miles from home. If even that. I think it's like 180. I kind of took a detour to get where I'm at right now. But this area is beautiful. It's very windy today. So I'm going to close the fish tank. And we will proceed with our ride. California Highway 168. We are 82 miles from Highway 95 in Nevada. We look like 37 miles from Oasis. And it is extremely windy. So I'm not going to be riding too fast. We'll get up in the mountains here and it'll smooth out. But yeah, welcome to another motor vlog. This one's just me out here enjoying a Saturday. We'll call it a $100 hamburger. Judging by the expensive fuel and the expensive hamburger and the fuel to get home, it'll be a $100 hamburger day. I'll tell you that. But we're trying to enjoy life a little bit. I'm kind of struggling in my personal life, trying to find a job. I'm a little tired of being micromanaged. I'm a little too old for that shit. And it's tough finding a job in the trucking industry and not be micromanaged. But as you can see, this road's kind of fun. I need to be careful and not let it get away from me. I remember most of the turns, but not all of them. I don't have GPS on this bike. I wish I could zoom in enough to show you kids, but over there is SETI. It's like this array of satellite dishes that bounce back into space and look for aliens and stuff. Okay, so elevation is 4,000 feet. I gotta be careful in these turns because this area is susceptible to flash flooding. And you can see in those clouds ahead of me, it looks like there might be some rain coming down. And when it does rain, it rains like really crazy and floods everything in the desert here. So you'll get, normal streams and stuff will turn into a flash flood, and, I might come around a turn and all of a sudden there's 3 feet of water rushing across the road. There aren't too many roads like this in California anymore. For safety reasons, they like to get rid of the jumps and the bumps and the sharp turns. So you kids are in for a cool ride. I'm not an expert rider. I'm not like super fast or anything. And like I said, I'm 200 miles from home. And in about 3 minutes, I won't have any phone reception whatsoever. So we're not out here dragging knees, but we are going to move swiftly. As you can see, every corner so far has been blind, except for this one. I don't remember how many turns it is. If you want to keep track of it, go ahead, do it yourself. I don't know if I'm going to do it in post-editing. I might do it on the time warp video. You know, number every turn. Wildflowers are starting to bloom. The wind's starting to die, so temperature's running good, fuel level's good, bike's running okay. I'm tempted to crack my visor a little bit just for a little bit more air, but I don't want to mess up my microphone too much, so I do apologize if I just messed up my microphone. I like it when there's jumps in the road like that. Little dips in the road. It's like riding a roller coaster. I got my suspension set pretty tight on the bike today, so it feels a lot better in the turns. It's not as bouncy, uncontrolled bouncy. Very fun road. I've got both my Hero 11s running. I got the one in the dash and the windshield. That one is just running a time warp. It's got a 32 ND polarized filter. And then my top of the helmet cam up here, which I got my sound. Whoo, baby. That one's got a 32 polarized filter on it too. So you'll notice the sky is very blue. Not only that, but you'll notice how the weeds and stuff just kind of zoom by. It gives a better sense of speed. And then I didn't go like super wide angle lens, but because I wanted it to look more like realistic. And even though like the first moto vloggers would put their helmet, you know, they put their camera on top of their helmet like I'm doing right here, so it's not, some people say it's not a realistic riding position, you know, it doesn't look like you're actually riding the bike. But I don't have a chin mount on this helmet because it's a modular, and I didn't want to put the camera on the side of my helmet. But you know, I want you kids to see the road more than the motorcycle this time, so there will be a second video maybe, and I'll just release the time warp. But I'll have to put that to like music or something. Keep in mind, we went from 4,000 foot elevation. We're now at 6,000 feet. I don't trust these turns, so I'm kind of being careful. You'll notice the rock on the mountains around me. It's all volcanic. Because this whole area, this is the Owens Valley of California. And many thousands of years ago, it was active volcanoes and all sorts of crazy stuff going on. Off camber, and that's a very dangerous turn. It said 20 miles an hour, so yeah, glad I slowed down. We're at 6,000 feet, so this motorcycle is going to start losing horsepower. I don't trust the turn. Got to watch out for rocks and stuff too. And semi-trucks actually do take this road. There's a couple farms further down this road, and they get fuel deliveries, and they also haul alfalfa. I'm in second gear. It gives me enough power and enough engine braking. Whenever you see that sign, fun to be had. Slow it down a little bit. Off camber dip. Off camber. And jump. Road narrows. Okay, we gotta be careful. 20 mile an hour turns. You gotta watch out for rocks coming down onto the road too. Yeah, they're right about it narrowing. I don't like to lean over the yellow line too much. But yeah. All the turns are kind of off camber too. I'm waiting to scrape pegs, which I have done on this bike before. Alright, one lane road, huh? Jump! I'm gonna run my bright lights. BMW. He was nice enough to like slow it down a little bit. Another reason to be on a motorcycle on this road. Because when it turns into one lane, you can squeeze right by the BMWs. That was a decreasing radius turn. Kind of got me there for a second. I am by no ways pushing this very hard. Like I wouldn't want Red Lady to ride this fast. And I could ride a lot faster, but I don't trust the road. And it's not like I've got GPS on the dashboard where I can look down and see, oh hey, there's a left-hand turn that's like really crazy. Probably coming up on 7,000 feet by now. Getting windy again. I've got my visor just like barely cracked. I need the airflow. It's 81 degrees up here, and I'm wearing black leather. And the motorcycle's kind of getting hot too. Yeah, I can feel it. It's down on horsepower by a lot. Close the fish tank there. That was pretty fun, right? It's pretty desolate out here. It's only me and a few other people. The sign coming in here says that the bristlecone forest is closed right now. This is probably, yeah, that's the entrance to it right there. If you go right there. But it's closed this time of year. So we continue. It's 77 degrees now. It's cooled off a little bit. We're at 7,271 feet. I hope the video shows, you know, the whoop-de-doos. I don't like riding downhill fast either. Momentum can get away from you. I'm gonna crack that helmet just a little bit. I'll raise my visor, or raise my windshield a little bit. Yeah, going downhill just feels more dangerous to me because your momentum can get out of hand. So I'm not going to accelerate too fast. I'll keep it in a lower gear. I'm in second gear. That way I can do some engine braking when I need it. Right here we've got a dip and a turn, so slow it down into the dip, over the turn, got another dip. Coming up on a 7% grade for the next 3 miles. 3 miles. So put in the comments if you know what a 7% grade is. What does that actually mean? I believe it drops 7 feet in 100 feet. In a 100-foot distance, it'll drop 7 feet. Is that right? Let me know in the comments. Got the sun to our back right now. Got a blind turn. Don't trust it. There we go. Another blind turn on a bit of a hill. We're okay. Got another dip. And up. Slow down a little bit. Blind turn. Another dip. Slow it down a little bit. just being careful. Look at this. Look at this valley. And that's all like old lava rock and stuff you can see. It's kind of like slate, I guess. See what it looks like? Like I said, the Owens Valley it's all volcanic. You can see it's volcanic rock, right? I guess you'd be able to find obsidian in this area if you dug deep enough. Slowing it down. Slow it down a little bit here. I'm trying to avoid the shoulders of the road because you don't know if there's gravel. Coming up on open range, next 20 miles. That just means the cows are allowed to wander out here and forage on the sagebrush and stuff. It also means that if you hit a cow, you pay for that cow and all the offspring that that cow could have had. So you could wind up hitting a $100,000 cow out here if you're not too careful. Going down. Going up. Blind hill. There we go. 6% for the next 3 miles. As we're catching up to a Corolla. I closed the helmet, so try to save some of the audio. You see the guy in the Corolla is not a very good driver. He keeps crossing that yellow line. You always want to keep it in your lanes, kids, because you never know when a motorcycle is going to come around the turn in front of you. There he goes, crossing the yellow line. He's making good progress, so I'm not too worried about getting around him until now. Alright, we're cruising. It is beautiful out here. I forgot what the name of this valley is. We'll see a sign up here in a little bit. But I think it's like Surprise Valley or something like that. And it's pretty windy. I'll try to tuck for a little bit. So this area that we're passing through is called Deep Springs, California. It's a little bit of a farming community, and that's pretty much it. There's a house or something right there. But we're going to be zigzagging up this mountain over here and getting closer to Oasis, California. I believe Oasis, California is on the California-Nevada border as well. Seems like we might get a thunderstorm on the way home. I'm not really dressed for it, and I'll have to take the camera that's on top of my helmet off because it's not waterproof. But it looks like there's all sorts of stuff to explore around here. I keep seeing trails just leading off to up in the mountains and hills and stuff. Got some 25-mile-an-hour turns. Take that in second gear. It's still kind of windy up here. Can't really see the turns too well either. Like this one. Decreasing radius too. Beautiful. Try not to cross that line. I'm not sure what the altitude is. We'll see by the top of the hill. We got 15-mile-an-hour turn right here. So let's bring her down. What constitutes as a 15-mile-an-hour turn can mean a whole bunch of things. Decreasing radius, you know, a giant hump in the middle of the turn. You never know till you see it. Across the yellow line. Bad, Sterling. Watching the rear view mirrors too, just to make sure there's not another motorcyclist wanting to pass or whatever. Because I'm the kind of person that, you know, if I see somebody behind me, elevation 6,000 feet, that's weird. We should be higher than that. Yeah, if I see somebody behind me, I'll let them go around. Because they're obviously out here to have fun. And it's, you know, it's like karma points too. Because people will get out of my way when I'm hauling ass behind them. You never know who you meet. I am in a little bit of a hurry to get home. I do have my tinted visor, but I don't have my clear visor with me. And I'm wearing sunglasses. So yeah, down there is Deep Springs. Way down there. Okay, the sign says loose gravel. And we're in a turn, so let's just chill. Let's just chill, huh? Really fun road though, huh? Yeah, you can see the loose gravel right there. The road was a little bumpy there, threw me off. They just give up and put arrow signs instead of speed limits. Steep grades, sharp turns, next 3 miles. Gilbert Pass, 6,300 feet, 8% grade for next 3 miles. I'll keep it in second, got my bright lights on. Just gonna take her easy. Let the bike do its thing. Hopefully the batteries last for the length of this road. We only have like 5 more miles. Being careful on these turns. You see where the semi-trucks locked up the brakes. It's easy to do on a downhill if you're empty too. See big old skid marks running off. Yeah, this isn't a road where you just turn on your cruise control and go, all right. This road is not easy trucking. Even on a motorcycle, I'm getting a workout here. I feel it in my wrists, my arms, my shoulders. Off in the distance, you'll see some alfalfa fields, so we're almost out of the canyon here. I'm gonna close up my visor because the wind noise is getting a little crazy. Problem with the tinted visor is it's difficult for me to read the road with sunglasses on too. But you know, I'm riding at a pace that I would, if Red Lady was with me, we wouldn't be riding this fast, whether she was on the back of the bike or on her bike. Kind of glad I found this road because the tires on this bike don't have many hero marks on them. They're wearing down the center. Because you know, when you just ride long distances all the time, you don't throw it into a turn every once in a while. You just wear out the center of your tires. Off in the distance there's the community of Oasis, and it's living up to its name. You see how green it is? Oasis, California. Whee! Absolutely beautiful out here. Ah, I had it incorrect. We're coming up on the community of Dyer. D-Y-E-R. Let's take a break here. Because I could go that way and go to Goldfield. But that adds like an extra couple hours to my ride. Or we can just go this way. And kind of get home. Yeah, let's ride towards home, because I don't want to ride home at night. We're 42 miles from the Junction 6, which will get us to Hawthorne. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna ride home from here. This is Dyer, California, known for the Oasis Ranch. That's I keep confusing it with Oasis. This is a part of California very few people have seen. Now you'll see over there, that's Oasis Ranch. You can see he's growing alfalfa and stuff out there. Beautiful day. The sun's hiding behind the clouds right now because it's trying to make thunderstorm. This bike's only a 5-speed, sometimes it's deceiving. I like that it's a 5-speed. I don't need any more gears than 5. It's not a semi-truck. But if you can hear me, I want to thank you for watching. This channel I haven't had too much content on. You know, my motor vlog, Sterling Wheel motor vlog. I'm gonna call this one, I think, the Highway 168 motor vlog. And with that, I say night night, go to bed, bye bye. Desubscribe, unlike, counteract, and disavow.